Remember, recover, return. Our brothers and sisters, we are here for you. And I am the spokesman for the wonderful blonde lady we all love. And all of us began at the same place with her one and only face. I've witnessed many people see her face for the first time and say, "Wow, she's beautiful. Who's she? She looks familiar." Well, sig heil to you, Maria Orsic, dancer of the dimensions, ultra shamaness, herbalist, endless woman of knowledge and wisdom, so creative, I can't. She's the most creative person I've ever seen. And to the listener, guard the center of the world within you, and you will be Lord of the universe, because the whole thing is happening in your mind for you alone. Everyone is not here. Do you understand that? This entire holographic universe is happening in each individual person's mind. A piece of technology is actually inserted into the Aldebaron light body. And when you become dreamlike conscious, you absolutely believe that it's real. Unless you are someone like our mother with an unordinary drive for truth. Where does Maria Orsic's morality start? At protecting the innocent. No force or fraud, deception, violence, manipulation, mental or otherwise magical, to invade another person's consciousness, avatar, in a simulation or not, is universally condemned in our caste. And the caste that me and Maria come from is the artist. The artist task. Caste, what am I saying? And I want to talk to you, if I can get some good sound quality. Very wild things have been happening all around, almost out of my control, but I'm trying. In this ritual, we cleared the space, and also I want to mention that the plants or products that you are using, it is very wise to clear the energy of everything. And how I would do that is take a candle and place the products over the candle, and with your mind try to see with your imagination energy coming from the candle that leaves nothing but the energy of the original plant. You might say something to yourself like, true self, remove the energy of the machines, of the growers, of all the humans involved. Connect me with the plant. And this night I drank the mushrooms and I flew out of my body. And I was standing in front of a man in a suit holding a clipboard, and he said to me, and we were standing in a very crazy, futuristic, like, factory that had no walls. It was probably 100 foot high or more, but it was all conveyor belt elevators and just little stations of screens, or it was very wild looking. And he had glasses on the end of his nose, and he looked up at me and he said, "So you're with Maria Orsic?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Wow, what's that like?" I said, "Well, I've always known her, so she's just the most incredible person to me. Like, she's like my mother. I grew up in her house. I was not born in the first time. I was born after we came here." He said, "Oh, okay, yeah, I get it." He said, "But still, wow, that is incredible." I said, I know, I don't know what to say." He said, "So you're one of the only people that gets to see this." And as we were walking, he was talking. He said, "Did she tell you what you're coming to see?" I said, "Well, she said, you're going to need to see this before you go to the hologram." He said, "Yeah, she's said the exact same thing to other people." He said, "What you are going to see is the digital energy of the masses in the hologram. We can track every single person who is not good or evil according to our technology, which is purely," and he didn't say this, but I've said it, and it's all based on the vibration of your essence. And he said, now some of these people are actually in the hologram. Some of them have been sentenced there. But what you're seeing is the energy of the masses, of like what happens when people who cannot think for themselves or lead themselves are left with no power and no guidance and no government to protect them. And as we were walking up, I was like in the memory, but I was also separating from it and marveling in real time of like, wow, now this is what I thought the future world would really look like. And there was something so healthy in the environment. It was like something was like, yes, we were inside, and yes, there was a lot of lights, but there was no doors, no walls. Everything was open, and there was just like a great vibe in this place of work. And me and him walked up a few flights of stairs, went on a conveyor belt, and we went into like what looked, was like obviously a special part of this place. We went through, I think, 1 or 2 security checks of like, for real, this is not, people don't know this, that there are 3 types of people energetically: good, evil, and masses. Like, that's the easiest way to say it. And listen, prove you're not. Be good. Protect the innocent. Start there. And we walked in, and I guess it was about a 2 foot by 2 foot screen or so. He turned it on, and I wish I could tell you exactly what I seen, but it was like the most disturbing, chaotic, like million points of light, like, and I thought to myself, cells in a body, sick. I mean, this looks like cancer. This looks like diseased beyond fucking belief. And for real, I think it took about 10 to 15 seconds before I started like screaming and just going, no. And he said, and we walked out, and he said, "Yeah, I know." He said, "It makes you give thanks for all this, doesn't it? That you're safe." And people, I want to tell you, before I started this, I am the most individualist you will ever imagine. No one has the right to tell anyone else how to live, unless they're you know what I mean. And I would love to believe that we don't need a government in the future or now or ever, but it's not true. Because the government was in America, in Atlantis, going back, the vibration of this land was never, ever defined as something that ripped off people and oppressed them and murdered them and put them in a cage for a plant. Government means protecting our people's minds. Mentally, physically, in all ways. And on Venus, we have a good government that protects us so well that we barely experience any sort of negative emotions at all. it's crazy. There's so much peace there. There's so much creativity that it could just keep you busy for 1,000,000 years of new songs and new movies and new plays and new dances, which Maria wishes we would appreciate more. She was like, you read, why don't you read a dance? You read a book, why don't you read a dance? Those women are speaking. Those men are speaking. And she don't hate modern dance at all either. She likes to get crazy, but she doesn't like the disrespect of not, recognizing that dancing is as deep as any other words that can affect you. It's speaking to your mind. And I just want to throw in there real quick that when I was being told about frequency match technology by Maria, she was actually showing me the machine, that's what I call it, that was invented that does this. And it's like a hyperbaric chamber. And you stand in it. And it reads out every single ionic vibration being sent out from your essence center of every. It's not even physical. If you can understand, if you move on other planes and realms and frequencies in your astral blood is a song, like a vibration, a hum, a beautiful note, a chord perfectly in tune. That's you. And you're proud to be it. Like she said, some people are like, I love to drink and be drunk. And me and you can't understand that, but in our world, they get to do that. They get to enter a simulation where they get to drink every night and never have a hangover. They get to gamble trillions. We give them what they want because of this technology. It has healed 100 billion broken hearts, which no one had to say no more war, no more weapons were made, no more plans were hatched, no more sabers were rattled, because everyone was busy fucking and having the best orgasms and partying, whatever that is to each individual, endlessly. And other people like us aren't interested in those kinds of things. We want inspiration for a song, for a dance, for a story that someone else inspiration. And like she said, we try to replace the depressing circles that we've went through with beautiful circles, beautiful repeating lives of love and fulfillment and the work you always wanted to do. You get done because you no longer carry the trauma and pain of the broken heart that was the landslide that everything else slid right down the drain. And she said to me, it bothered me to see you thanking and praising Yahweh, but I knew that it was authentic, that it was deeper than your mind, and that you felt someone is to be thanked for something big. She looked at me with her beautiful blue eyes and said, son, this is who, the inventors of this. If I told you their names, you would flip your mind out. And I said to her, I do understand what you're saying. And for real, I really do feel it. That our home really is our own. Because I turned around to her and I said, because of you. You're the one I want to thank. You saved us. That's why they deleted you. Crowley cannot do it. The world could not be evil if people had your newsletters. And just knew who you were. Like she said, there's interviews, Joe. Audio and video. We love you, Mama. We give you big respect and love. May we unite with Yay, because Yay means happy, and Khan means murderer. And Yay defeated the entire world system alone. Join us, our people, because before we came here, our love was without death, so it can truly overcome all things. Mama truly will never leave us. Every Saturday night, 3 a.m., Sunday morning, 3 a.m., we begin, and you can do it. You can find your way to the astral plane with the help of the mushrooms, because she is the mushroom goddess. Call upon her. It may take time. Be patient. This is the real world. She has a real life back home. She can't only do this. She is 100% a human woman. But you would be surprised how powerful. We take our plants at 3 a.m. I suggest, if you have nothing else, no ways and means, and be careful. Don't go too fast. The best thing would be to have actual magic mushrooms, and you want to, no matter what, clear the energy of all human beings who have touched them and the grower. Especially the grower, because a lot of his energy is going to be transported to you if you don't know this and take action. And edibles, marijuana is legal. Start slow. Every week take more till you are out of your body, and we will be waiting in St. Louis, Missouri for you. And that is a click away on the astral plane. It's a thought away. You think it and you're there. We've had many, many people come visit us. We've had animals come visit us. And at 5:45, we turn towards Venus, and we all, in a million worlds, in a million time lines, in a billion minds of our people, we say, there's no place like home. There is no place like home. There's no place like home. Venus, take back our star. The pentagram is our star. The six-pointed star of David is our star. Take back nature and redefine the vibration. Everything here is suffering. Only you can switch the polarity and move the rivers. I'll meet you at the confluence.